you're truly amazing.
Who said that?
That's not Andrew.
That's not Andrew St. Clair.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony. Tony, yeah, please talk about yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do.
I've been with New York City Transit for 20 years, and I drive here in Manhattan, local transit bus.
There you go.
So what I did, about 8-9 years ago, I started getting bored driving the bus. So I hung out in Barnes & Noble in Central Avenue, and I started getting all kinds of information about New York. And I perfected a trivia, a combination of trivia and comedy, which took me a while. And I do a shtick on the microphone.
Oh yeah.
And I want to say hello to all my people out there, because they know me, a lot of them. And so I put on a kind of a show on the bus with the microphone.
Well, I want to talk about Tony here just for a minute, and talk about transit. Daytime and nighttime seem to be like the angels and the devils, or the devils and the angels. Look at it the other way. The people at night are such a different class of people.
Oh, yeah.
That are driving buses and on transit. I mean, they're so nice, and it's so easy to talk to these guys and women, and there's no problems at all. However, during the day, it's like Dr. Hyde, Jekyll comes out, whatever, which guy?
Yeah, during the day, too much caffeine they drink during the day. I prefer to work nights. My shift is about 3 o'clock to 12:15, and I'm presently on the M50. And it's like you said, it's 24-hour shift. We run buses and trains, run 365 days of the year, at all the holidays. And the best part about driving a bus or a train is you can pick your hours and your day off.
There you go. Okay. Hello there, and good evening, and welcome, and all of that wonderful kind of stuff. This is, of course, your favorite show, the show that everybody's talking about, and nobody does nothing about it. Okay, this is Eat Shit and Die TV. We smell it, you spell it. Okay, we have special people here today, and I'd like to start with Mr. Tony, bus driver guy. Tony, would you say hello and give us a little information about yourself?
Lee, I want to thank you for inviting me the second time on the show. The first time I did it was in January.
Right.
I want to thank you again with Andrew here and Dean. I drive a bus for New York City. I'm on the job for 20 years. And the last 10 years I've been doing, I perfected a repertoire of trivia and comedy, and I do it on the bus. I give a show on the bus.
He does. Okay, we'll come back to Tony in just a moment or two.
We have a clip, don't forget.
All right, if we have a clip, we'll show you what Tony does. Next to Tony is Andrew St. Clair. Andrew, of course, is a producer here and has his own show.
That's right.
So,
and this week, check this out, this week is a clip show of a lot of cool stuff, including a classic clip from Eat Shit and Die TV. But next week, we have an exclusive interview with Bruce fucking Campbell from Bubba Hotep and Evil Dead. So check that out next week. But this week is a clip show.
and next to Andrew is Dean Lauren. And Dean, please tell us about yourself. Dean also is a producer here.
Yes, I'm on Jewish World, Thursdays at 4. They're trying to take me off the air for these so-called conspiracy theories I discuss, mainly about how they steal money in education, but I want to hear more about the singing bus driver.
Yeah, okay. Tony, like he told us, has been on the show before, and we like to talk about, you know, some of the good and the bad things.
Or they can talk about the blackout, you know, how we handle the blackout, how New York City Transit handled the blackout. What were you on the blackout? You know,
Has anybody ever had sex on the bus behind you while you were driving?
we had that experience, yes, back in the old days. Yes, we did. We used to have
Say a prayer for Santa Claus comes tonight. I'm Santa Claus, I'm Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's got a backpack filled with toys for all the boys and girls again. He don't sleigh bells, jingle jangle, what a beautiful sight. Jump in bed and cover your head, for Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He doesn't care if you're rich or poor, for he loves you just the same. Santa knows that we're God's children, that makes everything right. Fill your heart with Christmas cheer, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa.
All right, Tony.
All right, Lee.
Nice to see you. Tony is a bus driver. He's a transit guy. He works in New York City. And he takes all the crap from all the people that get on the bus. And he's one hell of a nice guy, this guy. I've met many transit people in New York, and some of them, I mean, you know, take a walk, take a hike, fly away. Oh, get the hell out of New York. You don't belong here. And I'm not the patient to ride the bus. Anyway,
And you gotta eat crow. You gotta eat crow.
that's right. And Tony isn't one of those guys.
Okay.
He's a friendly type of bus driver guy. I mean, this guy even entertains on his own bus. He does stuff, he's been to Japan.
No, I was paid. The Japanese TV flew me on the bus, and it was shown in Japan 6 times. We have a clip if you want to see it later on.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Okay, we'll put it on the next show.
I'm kidding.
First of all, I want to congratulate you. You got stuck with a small studio over here, and he had to do all the producing and the directing and everything, and he was going nuts. You should have seen him before, about 40 minutes ago over here when he went through.
Right.
Anyway,
Every little four-letter word, I think is
we were supposed to do a show about breakthrough movies, about movies that set a trend, you know, for other movies to follow. So I guess some people didn't show up, and so, and you're right, so some people didn't show up, and now we start doing the show by ourselves.
right. We were supposed to have another guest on who wanted to specifically talk about breakthrough movies.
Right.
But where is he?
He didn't show up.
Right. Okay, Chuck, we're ready.
That's what happens when you elect the people. You see, Lee? They don't show up.
Okay.
Anyway, streets for my neighborhood, and the whole people over here in what do you call it? The people that work here, we're gonna have a ball on Page Street.
Right, now, people that work here, look out, because if they get to that box first, nobody's gonna have any.
Right.
But they're great.
Now-
It's a great staff here at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, and I want
Until we slide over a clock must fall, I mean, you will fall. You just can't help it. Just when you think you have your place in it, you find your face in it. That's your taste in it. Eat shit, die. They gave it to me. Eat shit, die. They got to sell it.
We're on the air. You are watching Eat Shit and Die TV. Say it quickly and you'll probably get punched. Okay, with us tonight are two very important gentlemen, and I say that with all humility and humility and whatever else feelings I get. Tony is a bus driver extraordinaire. And Tony is working, these days, he's working the 50th Street line.
Yes.
And Tony, tell us a little about yourself. You're a strange guy in a way that you're not the run-of-the-mill bus driver. Oh, wait, just let me tell you, the difference between bus drivers at night and at day are like outrageous. Tony drives usually the evening hours, and the bus drivers at night seem to be a lot more relaxed and a lot more comfortable, and they'll do things for you that people during the day will not. What I don't like is a bus driver comes to a stop and won't pick up somebody, you know, the door is closed, but he's knocking on the door. The bus driver hasn't moved, but he will not open the door. I don't like that stuff.
Okay, Lee, I lied. I dumped out so many times. I lied.
Okay, now, Tony was different.
I was just kidding.
Tony was different because he saw me almost like a half a block away from the bus stop. And, you know, I put up my hand, and Tony stopped at the bus stop and waited a full minute for me to come to that bus. I was real slow. And I never got over it. I really appreciated it. Because, like I say, night and day, man, it's two different kinds of people that work for transit. Okay, so Tony, tell us about yourself.
Okay, I work for New York City Transit. I've been driving a bus for the last 20 and a half years. What I did about